SouthBoX Radio. Hard work.
Yo,
What's
man,
up, Ian?
my brother. I like that hat. That hat
It
goes
was
with
a
my shirt.
big
That's
weekend
crazy.
for this place.
Big weekend for SouthBoX, the #1 boxing gym in New York City. We had a listen, Max.
That event.
Thank you for popping out. I appreciate that. We had a mean
Yo,
event Friday night.
don't thank me, bro. I had a great time.
Listen, we had a mean event Friday night, Max.
My boys had a great time. I brought 3 of my friends. They were like, "This is sick," you know. You had a good card. You had a good card.
Yeah.
What gyms? What local gyms? What local gyms showed up?
I know SweatBox showed up. It's a couple of them. I forget the names. SweatBox showed up. I think John showed up.
Main Street Boxing, right?
South Main Street Boxing showed up. It was a few of them showed up, man. It was quite a few of them showed up.
Yo, that was great.
It was a good night of boxing.
Are you going to do that again? Was that the first time? Was that the first time SouthBox at this location has hosted a fight?
First time ever, period.
And that was great, dude.
I plead the 5th. Yes, I plead the 5th. Yes, I was in Jersey last night. I plead the 5th. I was in Jersey last night. Speaking of Jersey last night, I've been talking about this guy so much. I've been
Michael
giving him
Coffie?
so much props. Being a big fan of his. Yes, Michael Coffie. He didn't show up last night.
I just watched it.
And don't get me wrong. I take nothing away from him. I take nothing away from him. The guy he fought could fight. But that
Jonnie
wasn't
Rice.
the Michael Coffie that I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Michael Crawford that I'm used to seeing.
He looked flat. They were saying that.
Yeah. He looked flat. Not only did he look flat, but he wasn't throwing more than 1-2 punches at a time. You understand what I'm saying? And I question how good condition he was in.
No, he didn't look good. I mean,
nah. I think you got to get that. I think you got to get that rematch. You got to get that back.
Yeah.
Coffee has to get that back.
Definitely. He should demand the rematch. He shouldn't fight anyone else because I'm sure when he comments, in the next couple of days, he'll probably. I mean, there had to be something wrong with him. I think. I just think that he looked very flat on his feet. His defense was there, but then after Jonnie Rice landed a couple of those 1-2s, he stopped moving. He wasn't moving to begin with.
His defense. Speak. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Speak.
No. I was waiting for you to get in.
His defense wasn't there for that overhand right.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, connected too many times. Yeah. Yep. After the first time it really landed, then yeah, man.
That shit, he was getting touched. That overhand right was touching him.
And
what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And his punch output,
and Boy was putting together combinations. Boy was putting together combinations on Coffee. Coffee tried to throw a couple combinations, but they missed. He wasn't I don't know, he didn't look like he was in the best shape. I don't know how his training camp went. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know, but it wasn't the Michael Coffee that I became a big fan of.
Same here. Maybe he got sick. Maybe who knows? But It just wasn't the performance that we're like. The first time I saw Coffie fight, or I think it was the beginning of this year, was the first time I really saw Coffie come onto like the main stage of professional boxing, like seeing him on the PBC cards, and like not only was the power evident, but like his speed and his just the rapidity of his shots and getting inside, putting guys on the ropes. He just didn't do. I mean, Jonnie Rice, that was a big dude out there. So it's not like that was a serious. That didn't look like a pushover of an opponent.
Yeah. I spoke to he was a tall guy. He was a tall guy. He was a live wire. He came to win. That boy came to win.
For sure. And
around 2 rounds before it happened, I said Coffee gonna get stopped.
Yep.
If he keep getting hit with these overhand rights, he's gonna get stopped. 2 rounds before it happened, I said Coffee's gonna get stopped.
Yeah. The first. I'm with you. The first 1-2 he got hit with in like the third round, I think it was third or fourth round, or somewhere is about there. You could see like he took that shot hard. You know what I mean? So it was like you can't take that shot multiple more times from that. Jonnie Rice was the bigger man. You could see his arms were bigger.
Jonnie Rice was taller. My guy GT, pull up, GT, pull up, GT, Gerald Tucker.
Oh, nice.
Jonnie Rice was taller. Jonnie Rice, I don't know his record. I don't know his record.
They were talking about his trainer, E. Do you know his trainer? I forget what they were saying the trainer's name, but he was like a pro himself, and he trains guys out of that area, South Carolina or something.
I'm not familiar.
But they were saying that he was a good trainer, and maybe hey, this is a new guy coming on to the heavyweight scene, and he can do some stuff. He looks like he can do some stuff. He did some stuff.
Yeah, he looked like he can do some stuff. I spoke to some people. Like I spoke to some people last night. And they kind of like on the fence with Coffee and PBC now. Like, he was supposed to get this guy. Like, especially considering Coffee's last fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Who was his last fight?
Coffee's last fight was when he fought the boy from Philadelphia. It was like 18.
And he got the knockout.
Yeah, he got the knockout.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
And he looked great.
He looked amazing. He looked like the next best thing in the heavyweight division. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo. And I was like, yo, I really like this motherfucker. Michael Coffie, dangerous. And he a Brooklyn boy. So I was going to jump on his bandwagon. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But did not happen last night. Like, yo, dang.
You think
he got to get that rematch back? Man.
You think the lack of pedigree had also played a role last night? Like the fact that he started at 30, he's 35. He's also maybe those those that advanced age at 35 being starting a fight.
I think conditioning.
Yeah.
I think conditioning. Yeah. Mental and physical conditioning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. Lack of conditioning.
Yeah, man.
Andre Dirrell
rematch.
Did his thing last night. Andre Dirrell did his thing. Yeah, rematch. Yeah.
Rematch for that one.
Yeah.
Talk about Andre Dirrell.
Andre Dirrell did his thing last night, man. He did his thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a guy he was supposed to do his thing against. But he went out there. He looked sharp. He looked strong. Move up to 175 like heavyweight. Maybe that's where he belongs. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. Maybe that's where Andre Dirrell belongs. Andre Dirrell did his thing last night. He's a tall guy. He's fast, strong. Andre Dirrell did his thing last night, man. He looked sharp, real sharp last night.
That wasn't on the PBC card, was it?
Yeah. He was the main event for the Michael Coffie fight.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Andre Dirrell, yeah. Andre Dirrell, 2004 U.S. Olympic bronze medalist. Him and Andre Ward. Andre got the gold. Andre Dirrell got the Andre Ward got the gold. Andre Dirrell got the bronze. And Andre Dirrell fought in the Super 6, Andre Dirrell could fight his ass off. That boy, He's like one of the most naturally talented fighters I ever saw in my life. Speed, power, good technique, sharp. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when his mind is in the right place, Andre Dirrell could beat anybody.
How'd that fight go? I still have to watch it.
He just fought a guy he was supposed to beat, and he got him out of there. But Andre Dirrell got, when it's time for the big fights, the fights that mean something against the guys that mean something, he got to bring that same energy.
Yeah.
Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what he got to do to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the best guy? Who's the best guy on Andre Dirrell's resume?
He beat
anybody?
He beat Arthur Abraham.
Okay.
You remember Arthur Abraham? In the Super 6.
I remember the name.
It was a good fight. He was beating Arthur Abraham, and then Arthur Abraham hit him with a punch, and he went down. It wasn't like a real punch, because Andre Dirrell slipped on the canvas, and while he was on his knees trying to get up, Arthur Abraham hit him with a punch in the head, and it kind of like knocked him unconscious, and Arthur Abraham got disqualified. But he was beating Arthur Abraham. He was beating Arthur Abraham in the fight. He was winning the fight. Dirrell was.
Yeah.
But then that punch got Dirrell disqualified. Got Abraham disqualified.
Is he brothers with Anthony Dirrell?
Yeah, this is his brother.
The brothers. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw
Anthony Dirrell. Yeah.
I saw Anthony Dirrell in the crowd.
Yeah. Anthony was there.
Yeah, man. Would have liked to have gone to Newark.
I was sitting right behind, about 3 rows back.
Oh, that's okay. I didn't know that.
It was a good one.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you had a big weekend of boxing, man. This was like an all boxing all the time for Eric Kelly this weekend.
And guess what? And about to do boxing today at Gleason's Gym, the Ringmasters.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the New York tournament, the finals today at Gleason's.
That's sweet.
I'm about to do it again.
Nice, man.
About to do it again, man.
Couple hours you going over there?
A couple hours I'm gonna go over there. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
But yeah, we just had to tune in to get back to get this week's recap of boxing. We got what we got coming up on the map. What we got coming up on the map in the world of boxing.
Well,
because
let's talk whatever time we got left before you got to roll. Let's talk about Shawn Porter, the rumors about Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. What are your thoughts?
I would love that fight. And Crawford's gonna be in. Crawford is in. Nigga, Crawford. You went for the fight of your life. Mm-hmm. So you got to be the Crawford of your life. Everybody know that Terence is my #1 pound-for-pound fighter today. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? Shawn Porter is an amazing fighter. I'm a big Porter fan, huge Porter fan, and I like Porter as a person, as Pops.
Yeah,
I'm a supporter. Same thing with Bud. Bud better be in shape.
This is definitely Bud's easily his biggest test. Because
we've seen Bud rocked by some guys who are not on the level of Shawn Porter.
True.
We've seen Bud rocked a few times.
Yes.
If Shawn Porter could take Bud's power and
have that pressure on him all night.
If Shawn Porter could take Bud's power and land his power and land his shots, what is that going to do mentally to Terence Crawford? I think Terence Crawford got to box a sharp, smart, intelligent fight. He got to keep Porter on the outside with his jab. He got to catch Porter coming in with a nice uppercut.
I don't think Bud is the kind of fighter that ever gets discouraged, though. Like I don't think Shawn can beat him mentally in the fight. I think he can only beat him if by some, that night, Crawford can't adjust to the kind of pressure, and like he just has a night where he can't get in his game, and Shawn can like break the rhythm all night. Then he can beat him. But I don't think he's gonna, because like we've seen, if if you make Bud mad, which if you start to win a round or two, he's gonna get mad and he's gonna want to get it back, and the dog's gonna come out, and that's a more dangerous Crawford than just sort of Crawford, in his like patient calm place. You know what I mean?
But when you want to get like if Porter touch Bud and Bud try to get it back, when you want to get it back, you got to be careful because that's when you're most vulnerable.
That's when you're most vulnerable.
Especially against a guy that's naturally bigger than you, like Shawn Porter is.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Do you actually think the fight's gonna happen? The way shit's been going with big fights, you think it's gonna happen?
Let's think about all the big fights that
canceled.
I'm talking about recent Wilder and Joshua.
Wilder,
Joshua and Fury.
Both, actually, you're right. It was supposed to be Fury and Joshua, then it was supposed to be Fury and Wilder. Yep.
And now Fury Wilder 3, like it's a lot of bullshit going on, man.
Something's in the air for boxing that ain't good.
Going on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this. What's going on with Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez?
Yeah.
That's another one.
Come on, boxing. We need that fight. Why can't we make that fight?
Yeah, Cambosos and Teofimo Lopez.
Great point.
You understand what I'm saying? But I always knew that, like Canelo Alvarez always gonna have some bitch shit around his fights. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all know I'm not a fan of Canelo at all.
Yeah, no, I know.
For me,
I think I remember that.
But yeah, man.
No, I was just gonna say, we've spoken. We've had the
Canelo would be amazing.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. You and I have had the pleasure of speaking of Porter and with Shawn and just everything that guy says. Like I feel like Shawn doesn't say or get behind anything that he doesn't really truly mean. Like he's a type of person that if he says something, he means what he says. He's not just going to talk. And so I think Shawn wants the fight. So if this fight doesn't happen, I don't know, man. I'm going to start having to be a little bit more critical of Crawford in terms of his part in. I mean, he's been very inactive. You know what I mean? Like it just. Like, listen, this is a great fight for you.
We gotta see what happened right now. I'm hearing that Crawford, Mr. A-List, you're talking about better BF. I think that Crawford's contract with Top Rank is up in October, right?
Yeah.
So we gotta see what he does. We gotta see what he does, where he goes.
That's a good point.
I spoke to PVC last night, and I was talking about Crawford. It's like, we gotta see what he do. You understand what I'm saying? They're not against having him.
Yeah.
They're not against having him. You feel me? And
can I ask you a question, E?
What's up?
So a couple weeks ago, before the Fury Wilder fight, Fury Wilder 3 was canceled. You said that there was some rumors coming out of that camp. Can you share that news now, or is that still on a no share basis?
Nah, I can't open that.
Okay, all right. I had to ask if it was something that was. All right, fair enough.
They're saving that.
Okay, all right. True that.
That. Yes, saving that.
So, do we still have some time? Do we still have some time here?
Yeah. Let's talk.
All right. So now that we're getting closer and closer to Spence Pacquiao, how are you feeling about your assessment on Spence Pacquiao?
I'm still gonna go with Spence.
You're still gonna go with
Spence?
Spence?
That's what I want to win. Don't sleep on Manny Pacquiao though.
I feel pretty confident.
To win. I want Spence to win.
I feel pretty confident in picking Spence. Like I would bet on it.
Why?
You know?
Why?
I mean, this one main point. This isn't really about the fighters themselves, but it's
I'm gonna let
about
you know this. I'm gonna let you know this.
yeah.
I'm gonna let you know this. I think Spence' only chance to win is by knockout, or unless he
Okay,
get
I
like 3-4
disagree.
or unless he get a few knockdowns to have a lot of 10-8 rounds.
So let me ask you this: go back like 2 years ago. Go back before the pandemic, right? When everybody
Yeah,
was talking about after Pacquiao beat Thurman, and yeah,
yeah,
after Pacquiao beat Thurman, everybody said, I think at least everybody that I talked to and or heard from on YouTube, whatever, when they were talking about, oh, who's Pacquiao going to fight next? Would he fight Spence? Would he fight Crawford? And anytime you talk to or heard anybody talk about that, they would be like, he'd be crazy to fight Crawford or
yeah,
Spence. And then when the fight was made, everybody was like,
yeah.
ooh, I don't know, Pacquiao could have a chance. So I go back and I think to a year and a half ago, 2
That's
years,
fact.
how everybody said that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to stick with that because I thought that too. I thought, he'd be crazy to take a fight with Spence. So I'm going to say that I'm going to stick with that perception because I think Spence is too much for him. I do.
I never really been impressed by Spence technically, but I know he's a damn good fighter. Styles make fights, and he got what works for him. I've never been impressed by him technically because he seems to be more flat-footed and
Right.
I like those agile, slick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make you miss, make you
Crawford.
pay boxes. I like how think about it. My favorite fighters today is Crawford, um, Demetrius Andrade. You know what I'm saying? I love
Hmm.
Lil B Hop, Chris Colbert.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm a big
Shakur.
Shakur Teofimo Lomachenko fan. You understand what I'm saying?
The guys that can do it all and that they
Yeah,
got that
yeah.
explosive, they can change their speed. Yeah.
Those to me, those are the complete fighters.
Right.
Earl
Right.
Spence ain't shown me that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. He fights sort of
Earl
at
Spence,
one speed. He controls the pace very well.
yeah, yeah,
Does everything
yeah,
right, but it's sort of like
yeah,
textbook.
yep, 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 yep.
Um, yeah, I just think Pacquiao bit off more than he can chew.
And Pacquiao 47. Yes, it's Pacquiao 42 years old. I don't see a 42-year-old Manny beating Spence.
Yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, not like don't be surprised though. You never know what could happen in the sport of boxing. We saw George Foreman. We saw Bernard Hopkins. We saw a lot of older fighters fucking shock the world.
shock the world. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? We shocked
it
the world on
happens
sleep.
every weekend at every level. Somebody can get upset.
At any given moment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep,
At
yep.
any given moment. That's how it
So
goes.
that's really the only fight we have to look
Yeah,
forward
man.
to in the
Thank you.
next couple weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I just thank you. I thank you for doing this. I thank you for doing this with me, Max. I
I
appreciate it
love it,
all the
E.
time.
I thank you
Yeah,
for having me a part of the
yeah.
brand. So
What you got to say, A-List? Nah, he don't go now. Let's go over Floyd.
I kind of agree with that.
Well, you don't know boxing, so you wouldn't know. But he don't. But he don't. But like he won't. He won't go down. Let's
I don't
go
know
down.
boxing as well as you.
Nah,
I
you
know
can't go.
boxing.
You can't go down over Floyd. Floyd beat you like easily. Floyd
A
beat you
lot of
easily.
a lot of experts already
Floyd,
have Pacquiao over Floyd as
Floyd,
as
a
a
lot
all
of
time
what?
as an all time great. I'm saying a lot of respected experts already have in the debate between
It
Pacquiao or
don't take
Floyd.
much. It don't take much to be a respected expert in boxing today. People look at fucking what's my man name from ESPN? That look
Max
like
Kellerman.
not Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman, my dude. The other guy.
Well,
That
Max
look
Kellerman picks
Stephen
Pacquiao
Stephen A.
over
Smith.
over Floyd.
People look at Stephen A. Smith as an expert. Like, come on.
No, nobody
Let me
looks at
tell
him
you
as an
something. Just because a motherfucker got a microphone, just because a motherfucker got a microphone in a suit, and you see him all the time at boxing events, that don't make him no fucking expert. He don't know shit,
Um,
jack shit. You
look
understand what I'm
at
saying? They just like boxing. They just like boxing, and they know the right people to get in the right rooms, and they swindle themselves in the right rooms, and they got a big position, but they bring an idiocy to the position. Like think
go.
about it. There's been a say what?
I say go on YouTube. There's a video of Max Kellerman talking about who's greater, Pacquiao or Floyd, and he explains why he picked Pacquiao. There's a video of it.
But you, Max, looking at that video and listening to the things they say, you
I'm
don't
just
know
telling
a
you.
lot of what they're saying.
Oh, but I'm not saying
On the
that I'm
inside.
right. I'm saying that that's what Max Kellerman said. You know, I'm not saying I even agree with it. I'm not saying I
That's
agree
Max
with it. I
Kellerman.
actually, to me,
And,
to
and
me,
and me and Max is cool. Me and Max is
I
really good
know,
people.
I know you, I know you
I
are.
like Max a lot. But at the end of the day, I know this shit. I'm telling you,
I
I
know you
ain't the
do.
only one that know it. I know people that know it more than me. I know people that know it more than me, way better than me. I'm just saying that, nah, you
I
can't
feel
put
you.
Pacquiao over Floyd. I mean, if you want to talk about the emotional value that Pacquiao brought to the ring, the fact that he does so much for his country, the fact that he's came back from several knockout losses, especially the Marquez loss, and he bounced back to become a star again in the sport of boxing, be a world champ. If you talk about his run, 8 divisions, winning titles and shit like that, all that sound good. But that sounds great. But break down each and every point of the 3 points that I named. Break down each and every point and look into it.
Listen, I wasn't saying that Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao's better. I'm just saying that there are experts that say that. I get your point. The original question.
Experts,
Hold on,
like
hold on.
experts.
The
Who
original
the fuck are,
question.
who the
Either.
fuck are experts?
All right,
Who
but
are experts?
the original question that the person in our chat here asked was or said was if Pacquiao beats Spence, which I don't think is going to happen anyway, but if he beats Spence, would that then make it a closer argument that you could say he's all time greater than Floyd? And I mean,
Nah,
if he beats Spence, man, I mean that would be a huge deal if he beats Spence. That'd be a
it'll be a huge,
huge win.
deal. It'll be a huge deal. But Floyd beat him.
Yeah, I know. Can't deny that. That's in the books. That's in the history books.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Pacquiao won all those championships, a lot of those was catch weights. People was like people was not even themselves. Like Oscar De La Hoya, for example. Like it's just so much, man. You just gotta know to know. If you know, you know.
I'm with you.
It's
I'm with
just
you.
so much. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel it.
Like if you look at
I
talent,
think it's an interesting question, though.
if you look at talent, if you look at technique, if you look at skills, Floyd Mayweather, right?
Oh,
If you
definitely.
look at,
Purely on skills. I mean, Floyd. Nobody can touch Floyd on skills. He is the greatest, most skilled boxer of all time, plain and simple, by looking at those skills.
but yeah, he's up there. You know what I'm saying? I just know that. I just know that. I just know that. I just know that. Wait, hold on. Minister Boxing says Buster Douglas isn't greater than Tyson, for example. Menace, you're right, but guess what, Menace? Menace, what you just said, that sounds good. You put you strung together 2 nice sentences. That sounds good, Menace. But guess what? Guess what? No, he strung together 2 nice sentences. You can lose to someone you're ranked greater than, though. Buster Douglas isn't greater than Tyson, for example. I hear
Right.
you. I hear you, Menace. I hear you, Menace. You put that sentence together, decent. I see
But
it. People, I see.
what are you gonna tell him he's wrong about?
If Buster Douglas, after he beat Tyson, would have beat Holyfield and came back and beat other people, then he would have been better than Tyson. Right?
I feel
Buster
you.
Douglas beat Tyson and then lost his next fight. That was his, you know what I'm saying? That was his one night. But if Buster Douglas would have then beat Holyfield and had a reign, then yes. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. The thing with Floyd Mayweather is when Floyd beat the King, he just kept on beating kings.
He kept beating the kings, yeah.
Menace said Buster beat Tyson. But yeah, he beat Tyson, he beat the King, but then he lost his crown.
Yeah, it's not having one great night, it's having many great nights.
It's easier to become champ than to stay champ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Menace. I think it's a good argument. It's a good argument. There's an argument to be had.
About good argument. I've never been a person that cared about good argument. Oh, it's a good argument. No,
I know.
Wrong.
Right and wrong, black and white.
If it's right, like a good argument. You know what that means? A good argument means wasted time.
Yeah.
Because it's either right or wrong. No, shut the fuck up. It's either right or wrong. Get to the point. A good argument means wasted time. It's a good argument, but was it right or was it wrong? Get to the fucking point. I get to the point.
Yes, you do, sir.
I get straight to the point. I don't do.
That's why we love you, E.
I don't do good arguments.
That's why we love you.
Niggas can shut the fuck up with that. I don't do good arguments. I get straight to the point. Was it right or was it wrong? It's either A or B. So this other shit. I'm not a good argument doer. Get to the fucking point. Get to the fuck. Oh, it's a good argument. What does good argument mean? Let's think about it. Let's look into good argument. What does that term mean, good argument? Talk to me.
Close but no cigar.
What does good argument mean? Huh?
I said close but no cigar. You said, what does it mean? I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah. If
it ain't a win, it ain't a win.
You're right.
I get what you mean.
Yeah. See, I get to the point. It's a good argument, though. Man, be the fuck right. Like, good argument, like the people that say it was a good argument, those are people,
I feel you, Theo.
Those are people,
I'm here to take shots from this guy all day.
No, people that say it was a good argument, those are people that don't want to look stupid for being wrong. Well, I did put up a good fight. Okay, yeah, but you lost, motherfucker.
Anyway, so you got Spence.
And you can't make a case for both. And I'm talking to Menace. And you can't make a case for both because you either right or wrong. At the end of the day, you either right or wrong. There's no case for both. You're either right or wrong. That's it. Right or wrong. You either live or you die. There's no gray area. Black, white. There's no gray area in life. You either living or you dead. There's no fucking gray area. Black, white. It means you can make a case of both. What fucking case can you make for both?
What if your mom's white and your dad's black? Does that make you black or white?
Then you gray.
Okay, so there's something else than black and white.
Then you
and
gray.
Yes and no. And life and death. Gray. There's something in between.
Then you gray.
And that's what you are. You're
it's
gray.
all about opinion in this case. You gray. So you're the gray area. Yo, Max. Thanks, Max. It's been fun, man. I appreciate you.
I love it, man.
Thank you guys for tuning in with us at SouthBoX Radio. We just here doing our thing, having some fun, talking boxing. Thank you guys so much.
We'll be back.
Man. I appreciate every last one of y'all.